Hi everyone, Mike here. Hopefully you're having an amazing day. And today I'm going to take you through how showing up bigger actually looks. What can you do? What do you talk about? How do you show up? How do you position your content? So we're going to dive in. The first thing is this doesn't take away from the things that you're doing currently. It's just about adding to what you're already doing so that other people see you as what we're going to get to later on. So the first thing, everything that you're sharing now, the advice, the tips, the education, the entertainment, all those things work really, really well, all right? But at a bigger level, you're looking at commonalities amongst the people that you work with. So clients, customers, the things that help, a principle, if you will, that might help all of your clients, that is what you want to talk about. So that's the first thing. It's about looking more than just individual people. You're looking at what can help the most amount of people. So that's number one. Number two, you're looking at trends in your industry. You're looking at things that you see happening in the world that you are in. Yes, you need to know them. So you have got to do the research, you have got to have a look, figure out where the world's going, be immersed amongst your peers and the commonalities that you're seeing, the trends that you're seeing, the things that are happening in your world. You share your thoughts on those things. Quite straightforward, reasonably basic, but from the outside looking in, people start to see you as a thought leader, as an industry leader, and someone that people can go to for not just what it is that you do, but for industry advice, industry knowledge, industry trends, industry news. You elevate yourself above just what it is that you do, and you become someone that is known and that shares their thoughts on the industry as a whole. All right. So if it's health and fitness, look at the trends that are happening in the health and fitness industry, not just eat less, move more to lose weight. Hopefully that makes sense. You still want to do that because you want to show people that you're an expert in what it is that you do. You want to elevate yourself and put yourself in a position whereby you're also a thought leader in your industry, in your space. Once you can do that, because people want to work with experts, people want to work with industry leaders, and you don't do that without sharing your thoughts on the industry and sharing your thoughts on particular movements and things that are happening in your world, because that's what they do. Yeah, if you look at a thought leader in your industry, they're not just talking about the advice that they give, they're sharing their thoughts on the industry as a whole. They're looking at it above from a bigger perspective, taking things from a broader perspective. I hope that makes sense. Now, we're going to dive into what do you share in your content. Again, as I said, with the health and fitness side, eat less, move more, you're more likely to lose weight than not, right? Basics, right? That is surface level stuff. That's surface level stuff. When you go deeper, you're challenging who they are as a person. You're challenging their identity. You're challenging their mindset. You're challenging the way that they think and feel, which means you've got to talk about those things. You've got to talk about things at that deeper level. You can't just say, you know, you've got to be more committed to the gym. You've got to look after yourself if you want to show up bigger. It's not talking about those things. It's about saying, right, well, why don't they look after themselves? Why don't they do that thing? And sometimes it's about what they think, what they feel, and who they are. Right? If they don't value themselves, they don't think they're good enough, they're not going to feel like they can go to the gym. They don't feel like they deserve looking after, deserve improving, deserve feeling healthy. And then you can dive into that. You share examples. You don't just pick one. You say, right, well, maybe it's this, maybe it's that, maybe it's this, maybe it's that. So that people reading it, make people go, oh my God, he's in my head. She's in my head. When you can get to that point, you get to that point by talking about what's inside their head. What are they thinking about? How do they feel? They are the things that you want to talk about. And challenging them to change that, challenging them to change at that deeper level is what being bigger, being a bit more hard-hitting, being a bit more polarizing, being more impactful is about. Impacting at the surface level is great. Impacting at the deeper level, impacting at the deepest level, like values, belief systems, identity, all those things play a part in someone's ability to go, oh my God. And then you start to talk about some of the service level things, then you start to sell, then you start to be seen as a thought leader in the industry because you're sharing what's happening in the world right now, in the industry that you're in. All of that meshes together in, oh my God, this guy's amazing. He challenges me all the time. It's sort of more educational stuff is also pretty cool, like how-tos or whatever the case may be. Oh my God. And then something comes and goes, you've really changed everything for me. You've changed my life. I've done this, I've done that. I've got massive amounts of improvement. Imagine what it would be like to work with this person. Imagine what it would be like to go the next step with this person. And then they're more likely to actually take that next step because they've got results with what they're already seeing. So you want to create content that changes people, create things that change people. But if you don't think you can do that, if you don't think that you can talk about those things, then that is where it's more about you. It's more about you, because until you can feel like you can talk about those things, until you put yourself in a space whereby you feel confident, you feel like you're worth it, you feel like people value your opinion, until you can get to that point, everything I've said stops mattering. Most of the time, it's down to the comfort level of you. Where are you comfortable? What are you comfortable talking about? That is where you stop. So you've got to feel comfortable yourself to talk about those things. You've got to feel safe, in control, comfortable, whatever it is that you want to call it. You need to get to that space before everything else matters. Before you can start to talk about it, before you can start to say those things and explain those things at that deeper level, you won't. And you won't do it consistently. You'll shy away from it. So you have to believe in yourself that your opinion matters enough to be able to share it. So that is the work that you have to do on yourself. Hopefully this makes sense. Let me know what you thought on social media. More than happy to get your feedback on this. If you have any ideas, feel free to message me. I'm happy to have a conversation about this and get your thoughts on how this kind of thing can help you and how this can translate into your industry as well. All right? Excuse me. So before I go, Message to Millions is officially opening its doors in the next couple of weeks. You get to save 50% off. 50% off the prices, okay? Prices will be revealed at a later date. Depending on when you're watching this, they may already be available. So feel free to reach out, let me know what you get. I'll let you know what you get. So the smaller level, you get between 6 and 8 week online course, which is designed to put you in the best place to impact millions of lives. Everything from creating your own platforms, being on other people's platforms. What we've gone through here is a very, very small part of what we can talk about, because some of it is actually tailored to you. So we can go deeper, we can talk about those things, we can brainstorm those things out, okay? And then there's a VIP option, which is a one-to-one option, whereby basically you get me. Bit of hand-holding with all of the educational stuff. I actually walk you through and we can create your own platforms. Whether it's a podcast, YouTube show, whatever it is, you need to create your platforms, your pillars, the things that you have, your own real estate, if you will, online or offline if you choose it. And that is where we go. So we create your podcast, we create your shows, we create your email list, we create your pillars for your content. And then there's a summit. There is a virtual event right at the end of the 6 months. So you build up your audience, you build up your platforms, and I throw a virtual event, not just with you, but with other speakers as well. Okay, so you get access to me, access to my network of people that are prepared to speak at the virtual event alongside you. An amazing experience. Can't wait to take you through it. If you want access to it, again, send me a message, let me know, and I will tell you whether the spaces are available or not, what the prices are, and we can get you booked on. Message to Millions is going to be life-changing for those that are on the event. I'm sure you think that it is as well. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know about what you thought about the video, and I look forward to speaking to you all again very, very soon.